Hello, Scorpio. You may be feeling particularly outdoorsy this week, making hay while the sun shines, that kind of thing. I'm getting like sunshine and like green, like orange and green are the kind of things that are coming through for me. I'll explain why. I just noticed that my succulent is having babies, so I'm going to be a plant grandma. You can see them kind of starting to grow here. So yeah, I need to figure out, I've never done it before, but I need to figure out how to separate those into other pots. So plants talk about abundance and wealth, prosperity. You know, if you think of like the olden days, the people who had a lot of money were landowners, they had farms and things like this. So um, there's something about making something, taking a seed and making it grow, you know, a big thing coming out of something small. Things that multiply naturally, that kind of stuff. You may just be gardening. You may excuse me, sorry about that. You may be doing something with like plants, vegetables. Maybe you're chopping vegetables as you listen to this. I'm also getting the colour orange. Right as I was about to start your reading, I went and got some orange juice. It says carling. It's not carling, it's orange juice. And so maybe that's something about making healthier choices. But I also got a bag of Whatsits, which if you're not from the UK, they're like what, Cheetos, would you call it in the US? So yeah, I was suddenly attracted to the colour orange. I'm eating them now. So orange may be your favourite colour. Maybe you're wearing orange right now. Maybe you're eating an orange. Maybe I don't know. Maybe there's just something about eating healthily. I think Capricorn get this a lot. It's like, watch your diet, make healthy choices. Eat a lot of green vegetables, eat a lot, you know, orange juice is vitamin C. Maybe you just need your vitamins at the moment. Maybe you need to go and buy some vitamin supplements, something like that. I don't know. I feel like I'm giving a bit of a speech to my mum there. I'm not doing it intentionally, mum. It's genuinely what's coming through. My mum's a Scorpio. She does watch my videos. So there you go. Take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. It's not a personal reading, it's a general reading. Some things will be for you, other things will be for other people. Take what resonates and leave anything that doesn't. Also, gender's very fluid in the tarot. There may be a man on the card. It can be he, she, they, so take it as it resonates. Don't worry too much about the gender of the card, or if I'm saying masculine or feminine energies. We're all kind of composed of masculine and feminine energies. It's not talking about sex or gender, it's talking about energy. So just be aware that you can kind of flip the roles around as you need to. The other thing I need to say is that the reading is timeless, so when it finds you, it may be your reading at that time, but my intention is that it's going to go live on Tuesday. So it's also a full moon in Scorpio on the 26th and the 27th. So you may feel like your emotions are very high. You may be experiencing getting news that kind of shakes you up a little bit. There may be a little bit of that feeling of like the ground shifting beneath your feet at this time. Don't worry. Maintain that equilibrium. Maintain the balance. Look after yourself. Look after your health. You're going to get through this, Scorpio. It's going to be fine. This is the song that played in between Libra's reading and your reading. It may be for you, it may be for them, I don't know. It's I Love You Because I Have To. Dogs die in hot cars. So, you know, if you have got a dog, make sure you're not leaving it in a hot car. Maybe that's just a heads up for somebody. What does it say as well? I love you because I have to. Yeah. So, Scorpio, please. The reading's going up on Tuesday. What does Scorpio need to hear? What is Scorpio's reading going to be all about, please? Excuse me a second, I think one of my children is knocking on the door. Okay, so sorry, my daughter she's off to the park and we just had a bit of a safety talk. So Is It Any Wonder by Keane? Interesting that it's the Iron Sea. Libra just had something about the ocean in the reading. And also we've got some, sorry, she's shouting now. We've got some like mermaid ocean stuff with the cards there as well. So I think this set of readings seems to be having a lot of stuff about deep emotions. The Iron Sea means somebody who may be a bit, what would you say, have quite hard emotions, be quite tough, emotionally tough perhaps. Is it any wonder it's sort of feeling a bit let down by somebody, possibly a little bit betrayed by somebody? It's like, I thought you were on my side. So there could be something like that going on for you. I hope we have a nice reading. Maybe it's something about taking your power back, perhaps. Looking after yourself, going a bit withdrawn. I'm just thinking back to your last reading. You kind of had those two towers, and you had some kind of choice to make of whether you were going to kind of go it alone or whether you were going to kind of team up or group up or partner up with other people. There was something about getting a higher perspective. I can't quite remember it very clearly, but we could be having something like that again. Maybe you're switching between the two. You need to know when you can team up with people and when you kind of want to just kind of look after yourself, right? Your own goals, your own interests, to be quite self-sufficient. Maybe it's just an oscillating thing, a seesaw thing for you, rather than it being like something that's fixed, like I always have to be with people or I always have to be alone. Perhaps you're recognizing now that you can kind of come and go, perhaps in some kind of situation. Anyway, let's get you some cards, please. So Scorpio, what does Scorpio need to hear? I'm just going to give this deck another chance to talk. No, oh, you're being very succinct, Scorpio. Well, leg. Stepping into a new experience. I always think it's really funny. It's like, woohoo, hey. Stepping into a new experience. Okay. Interesting though, he's actually standing on a plant. So I was talking about my plant and the new things that are starting to shoot, you know, the new things that are starting to bloom. Be careful that you're not too eager. Be careful of the steps you're taking. You don't want to kind of crush a new opportunity before it's had the chance to start. So tread carefully, as I think what's coming through there. It's really optimistic. It's really positive. Just be careful about how you move forward. Desk, pay attention to your work. So try not to maybe you're just being really kind of focused at the moment, quite task orientated. Scorpio can be quite like that. They like to sometimes set their own goals and have their own kind of particular way of doing things. So it may just be that right now all that kind of plutonic focus is being put into your work. Perhaps it's a pivotal time in your work where you really have to have that focus. You want to make sure things are done properly right now, because it sets the seeds for the future, right? You don't want to overlook something. You don't want to misstep. Pay attention to your work. Don't get distracted right now, perhaps. What's trying to show itself there? You will be shown the way. Candle, you will be shown the way. It's funny because, again, some of you may be Libra cusp. You will be shown the way. And sun there as well, look. Happiness and well-being. So you're being led towards your happiness and well-being. If you are connecting to Libra's reading, this sort of says follow your passions, follow your instincts, follow your intuition here. Your Scorpio, you have very strong intuition. So candles, flames talk about kind of the wand energy of the tarot, so which talks about passions and creativity. So maybe take a creative approach. You are going in the right direction. Just be self-aware, I think, as you move forward. So I don't know if you're dealing with a Leo. I was kind of getting this, I associate the colour orange with Leo energy, and the sun card as well there also signifies Leo for me. So some of you there may be a Leo involved in your situation, or you may have strong Leo in your chart perhaps, or you may be, I don't know. It is what it is. I'll call it as I see it. Again, not everything is going to be for you as an individual. It's a general reading. Let's go. So look at that as well. Do you know what, Scorpio? You are super efficient right now. That is like, I'm on it. It's funny as well, my mum has been keeping like a diary, keeping notes. She's been very, very organised and efficient in that sense. So, oh my goodness, you've got another sun. And I tell you what, some of you are definitely, look at my my orange thumbnail from eating the what's it. Some of you are definitely, I'm definitely picking up on Leo energy. And Leo July is Leo's season as well. I think it's the end of July, the beginning of August, yeah, because my dad's birthday's towards the end of July and he's a Leo. So we're talking, what would run into Leo? Cancer. So you may be dealing with a Cancer or a Leo. Picking up on strong Leo energy though. It's funny, we've got those waves as well and the sun. So again, as with Libra, I'm getting a lot of wand energy and a lot of cups energy, water and fire. Temperance card came out for Libra as well. So the same kind of elements coming through there in this reading too. Frying pan, trouble and accusations, right? Do be very, very careful. I think, you know, there's some really good stuff coming through for you. It does say that happiness is on the way. I've been getting this since Virgo's reading. There's something to do with like when people have success, other people can get quite jealous. And it's something to do with we all tend to think about ourselves quite a lot, probably more than we should, right? That's our ego. If you want to talk about Freud and ego, shadow side, we do tend to see things from our own perspective, from our own experience first. How does this affect me is kind of what we always ask. So sometimes even the best intentioned of us, sometimes when somebody is rewarded, when somebody's successful, when somebody gets recognition for something they've done, it can kind of make us self-reflect and think, oh gosh, I'm not doing as well as that person. Oh, they're really showing me up here. They've worked really hard and I've been slacking. And it's like you compare yourself to that person who's doing well, and it kind of makes you notice your own flaws more. I'm not saying you're doing this, I'm saying somebody could be seeing you doing well, and kind of it makes them feel bad about what they've been doing. They're not as successful as you, and it can be a little bit like they try and knock you down in order to get you back down to their level, or to make them feel less bad. So do be very, very careful. The message in Virgo's reading was share the success. Make sure if you get reward and recognition, that you acknowledge the people who helped you get there, right? The teamwork element, the people who helped you out, the hard work that other people did, the contributions that they made. And it's just going to help to dampen that fire a little bit if people are getting a bit jealous around you. So I do feel like there's something going on with work for you. The frying pan, as well as saying trouble and accusations, it kind of means like maybe jumping in at the deep end, really going for something, maybe taking on too much, feeling like it's a frying pan moment, feeling like I'm getting this intensity of work, like it's kind of like crunch time. So like the pressure's on is kind of the way it's coming through for me mainly. But yeah, just it could be that you're coming up to crunch time. It may be that you've got some sort of deadline in July, and it's like you need to get a certain amount of work done before July for some reason. It could be something like that. So it's like all your focus now is going into work. It feels quite intense. That's again that Plutonic energy being quite intense. That's not going to be for all of you. The messages that the universe feels are most important at this time are going to come through for the people who need to hear them. So if that's not your situation, it's fine, just leave it. So what else do we have, please, for Scorpio? Like, the cards are just so neat and so organized. Like, tell you what, Scorpio, you are on it this week. Look at that. Are we getting one card again? One card again. That deck was a bit messier. It may be a little bit like you start off organized, things get a little bit more intense, things get a bit more heated. You start to feel like, oh my God, this, I feel like the control is slipping a little bit, but it's then, you still get that, you pull it back down, you rein it back in is kind of how it's coming through. You've got nothing to worry about. Oh my God, look, career as well. Yeah, totally work focused right now. It's like, I haven't got time for love, or I haven't got time for like going out with friends. Like, it's crunch time at work. Caterpillar, things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So it's so funny because I swear Libra just had this where it was like it was butterflies, but I was saying it's like more like a phoenix. So it's like forged in fire. When the pressure's on, when things get really intense, it kind of brings out the best in you. I definitely feel like I'm dealing with somebody who's on the cusp there. So for some of you, it's like if things have felt quite slow, if you've been feeling perhaps like you're low down, like you've been kept low in some kind of situation, especially a career situation, it's like all the work you've been doing, right? The hungry caterpillar eats lots of green veg. Again, sorry, I'm getting lots of stuff through all at once. So I was talking about the green vegetables, the green plants, and the orange juice. Some of you may really need to look after your health, especially if you are very stressed and busy, and especially if a busy period is coming up, because you're going to kind of need that health to sustain that kind of focused effort. So eat well, look after your health. Prepare, because I feel like you're going to be kind of thrown into the frying pan. It's going to be very intense, but I feel like you've got control over yourself in the situation, and I feel like that is going to get you through this in a very organized way. I was picking up on something in Virgo's reading. Again, I'm getting this kind of common thread. I'm just thinking about how caterpillars sometimes have a thread, a common thread through the readings, where I was getting some dreams about being very disorganized, and the message that was coming through was like, you need to put in the organization now. You need to plan ahead. You need to put things in place now, so that when things pick up, there's stuff that's kind of on the back burner that's going to sizzle away without needing too much attention. You need to kind of make sure you're organized, so when things pick up, you're not flustered, is kind of how that's coming through. So the prep work that you do now is going to pay off in the long run. Some of you may be doing something physical, so it could be that they're kind of showing me obstacle courses, like not strongman, what's it called, not running man, yeah, maybe it's the strongman challenges, you know, like in the summer months, a lot of people do things for charity. They go on runs for charity, they do kind of like obstacle courses for charity. Some of you may be kind of like training to do something like that. It's kind of a side message there that's coming through for somebody. I just actually thought of somebody who's Scorpio who has been running a lot recently. Shout out, you probably know who you are if you watch my videos. Yeah, it's funny that I was saying that, and I thought, oh, actually, I do know a Scorpio that can apply to. Okay, what else, please? So I've got these fairy cards. I've got, just to kind of show you, this is 2 new decks that I have. I've been getting a lot of like Fermi, fairy and mermaid stuff coming through, so I don't quite know what is going on there with those kind of 2 energies. Obviously they're mythological creatures, but they talk to me about air energy, and you know, so thoughts, communication, freedom, and water energy, which would be more like to do with the water signs, emotions, and going with the flow kind of thing. So there's something going on there, so I thought I'd get some decks to help those energies communicate. Can I get an oracle card, please? That is too many, come on now. Flourish is the main one I'm seeing, but I'm also seeing look in a book. What's that? Wait for winter. Well, I don't think we want to wait for winter, we want to do something in July, don't we? Can I get 1 card, please, for Scorpio? If you give me too many cards, I'm not taking them. 1 card, please, for Scorpio. As we did with this, you know, we were nice and organised before, and then the fairies come in causing mischief. That was 2 cards. 1 card, please, for Scorpio, or we're not taking it. 1 card, please, for Scorpio, or we won't be taking. There we go. On the underlying, though, you do have moon energy. There you go, scorpionic energy, the high priestess there. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. There you go, talking about water and air. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and to reassure you that peace of mind is possible. I feel like that's your energy, being quite a calming influence on others, being like, you know, I've got control of this situation. Also, just notice the kind of like deep, kind of like navy blues and this kind of like cyan colour of both of these cards. And that's so funny because I was talking about green and orange, and now this colour seems to be coming through very, very strongly. There may be something as well with the northern lights there that I'm seeing, the auroras, the aurora borealis perhaps. Maybe you're going to a country that's quite cold and Nordic. Doesn't have to be for everybody. Believe in magic. I'm just trying to get it so you're not seeing my my camera there in the background. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around in nature. The fairy of the northern lights says that you are part of nature, so you are magical too. The fairy of the northern lights says that you are magical, Scorpio, and you are. Like this, and this is very, very Scorpionic energy. If we're talking about the feminine side of Scorpio energy, which is like the high priestess energy, very, very intuitive, quite secretive, quite mysterious, probably enjoys kind of dark fairy tales, that kind of thing. You know, a bit of mystery. I'm hearing madness in the air. You know, madness in the air can definitely be a full moon energy. Again, we've got full moon in Scorpio coming, so maybe you want to do a little bit of moon magic, if you're into that kind of thing, around the time of the full moon, which is, if you're watching this on Tuesday, it'll be tonight. It's the pink moon though, apparently. I've only got my pink quartz there. Okay, I'm waffling quite a lot. I'm sorry, I'm just getting quite a lot of stuff through, but it's kind of all over the place. You're very, very focused. Maybe this is what it is. You're very focused, but it could be that there's this kind of more fairy-like energy. It could be children. Fairies often symbolize children for me, or kind of like young, playful, slightly mischievous energy of somebody that's around you who could kind of be, I'm hearing spanner in the works, of somebody who is maybe trying to play with you, maybe trying to get you out to loosen up, to go and have fun, but you're very, very focused on work right now. So it's almost like that is, it's not that you don't like this person, it's just that they're inconvenient at the moment when you feel like you're in a very intense energy. It may actually be that this energy is beneficial to you. It may be good for you to go to the park with your kids for a while, right? And, you know, be playful and kind of shake off some of those grown-up stresses that may come along with career. So that could be a sign message there again for somebody. What's the heart of the matter, please, for Scorpio? The heart of the matter, please, for Scorpio. Again, this kind of blue energy. 6 of air. So mentally moving on from something. Not feeling bogged down, not feeling weighted down, but being able to release things so that you can have that higher perspective, that mental mental freedom is how it's coming through. Getting up out of your emotions. It's a ship, but it's in the air. So getting out of those kind of very deep scorpionic emotions and being a little bit more lighthearted for a while. Also getting out of situations that kind of choppy or turbulent or stressful. So any kind of like frying pan emotions, right? Getting out of that, especially mentally. Emotionally moving on, and going somewhere that's more stable for you. It can talk about literally moving. The 6 of air is a movement card, so you could be traveling or moving house or moving job. There could be some sort of change of situation for you, but it's you're going to a better place. You're going somewhere that's healthier for you mentally and emotionally. It's the way that that's coming through. Hold on a second. And that was my daughter's friend arriving to take her to the park. Right, okay, so yeah, maybe get out and play. Make factor in, right? When you've got that list of things you need to do, Scorpio, factor in playtime as like a necessity, right? All work and no play makes Scorpio a very boring person. Right, what's going on in the past, please? And it doesn't necessarily mean work as well. It can mean like, you know, when a hobby turns into work, you know, when you start to, I was thinking about a friend at work whose partner is, they're watching the weight, and I feel like it's bordering on a little bit obsessive. You know, when it's like, it goes from like something that's healthy to something that becomes, something that somebody's like a little bit fixated on. Again, that's kind of my own interpretation. I don't know the situation that well, but I do worry sometimes when people get a little bit obsessive, especially over health things. You know, a little too, like the rules become a little bit too tight. It's just like something that I always kind of, I don't know, I kind of worry about. Right, okay, what's going on in the past? The Hermit card. So, yeah, you've been very solo. You've been very in your own energy. It's really, really good because you are the High Priestess energy of the tarot. And part of the Hermit card's meaning is that they do a little bit of soul searching. You know, they figure out what's going on emotionally for them. They figure out what they really want. They kind of connect with that source energy of spiritual guidance. So you've been doing that. You've been kind of like working out what you want on a soul level in a situation. Also like spending some time alone. You know, lockdown, haha, it's just funny with the door and the keys. It's funny, but it's not funny, right? Some of us have literally been under lock and key for a while. So I feel like it could be like doors are starting to open again for you. For some of you, you may have had a very fixed mindset about a specific goal. You know, maybe it's a specific career position that you wanted, and you felt like the door's been kind of close to you there for a long time. You maybe tried a lot of different methods to kind of open up that door and nothing's really working. So you may be coming into a mental space where you're ready to move on, and maybe go and look at other opportunities. What's that law of... there's kind of like a universal law that says when you try too hard, you don't get it, but when you give up trying, it comes to you. So I feel like the second you stop trying so hard is the second that the universe is able to deliver you, you know, a variety of opportunities where you felt quite stuck before. So I hope that you're moving on mentally from anything that you've been too... maybe a little bit one-track minded about. Where is Scorpio moving to, please? Where is Scorpio moving to? Again, just to kind of explain, I do read the cards. I know the meaning of the cards, but I also get intuitive messages through. So sometimes I'm going to be saying things that aren't necessarily the meaning of the card, but it's because I'm getting it intuitively. So just to kind of... if you know the meaning of cards very well, you may be a little bit confused about some of the things I'm saying. It's intuitive messages. So where is Scorpio moving towards? Like a sensitivity to the energy, to a sensitivity to the mood, to the underlying things, which, you know, as Scorpio energy, as High Priestess energy, you're probably very good at as well, even if you're not quite aware of it. Scorpio, what are you moving towards, please? There we go. You've been very good at giving me one card now. Love, you're moving towards love. It could be love for the self. It could be recognizing love around you in all its forms, right? You could have a pet that, you know, you spend time with, that you feel that unconditional love with. It can mean that there's a friend for you that's very supportive. The love card, it's the Lovers card in the tarot, which to me means, it used to be called the Choice card. To me, it means choosing love, prioritizing love, putting love first, following your heart, following your passion, and making that kind of like the focus of your life. It's normally you're being led to a divine connection, somebody who's meant to be in your life, even if it's just for a phase of your life. It might not be a forever person, it might not be a love interest, but it's some connection in your life that's brought to you because there's something for you to learn from it. It's there to support you, it's there to get you through a phase of your life, right? So do be open to love coming in all its forms. That's platonic love and romantic love. Be thankful for the love that is around you, whether that's love from the family, love from animals. The more you focus on the positive, the more you focus on the love that you do have, the more the universe is able to deliver it back to you. Also to note the kind of pillars on the side of the door and the door closed, and then the pillars here and the open space. The energy can flow freely because you're not so fixated on one thing. It's giving me, again, Leo energy with the lion. It's very similar to the strength card. The depiction on the strength card is a lion and a woman, and it refers back to that old story of a girl finds a lion in the woods. The lion has a thorn in its paw. She pulls the kind of the thorn out of its paw. The lion may have attacked her, but actually it's very, very thankful that she's you know, this angry lion was hurting, and she was the person that he needed at the time, and he's thankful for it, and then he protects her. What is going on subconsciously here for Scorpio in regards to the Six of Air? What's going on subconsciously? Ace of Earth, and the World card. That is like... that's like done before it even started. That is like, you may have a bit of a lack mentality, a bit of a defeatist attitude when it comes to some aspect of your life. The Ace of Earth is like something that's brand new. It's something that the universe is bringing into you that's kind of like almost like a fated gift for you to have. It could be an opportunity that falls into your lap. It could be something that can multiply. As I was talking about my succulent, how it's kind of multiplying itself. It's like something that can grow, something that can turn into quite a prosperous opportunity. There may be opportunities that are doors that are opening to you that you're ignoring, perhaps because you're so fixated on one door. You could be so fixated on something that happened in the past where a door was closed to you, that you think that you're like, I've done this before, I've learned these lessons, I'm not even going to I'm done with this, whatever this is, this new opportunity, I'm done with it. But it's like you've not really given it a chance here. There's a whole lot of stuff that should come before the World card. So this does say to me that not all of you, I'm getting different messages through, sorry, I've got second things coming in. For some of you, just be careful that you don't pass on opportunities because you think because they don't offer enough, because they could actually turn out to offer you the world. They could be everything to you, right? So don't pass up on opportunities that come by. Another thing that's coming through for me is there may be an opportunity for some of you, and it's a tangible opportunity. It's something that could turn into something real and very profitable, but it involves travel. Again, you've got travel here. The World card can signify world travel, global travel. It can also signify the internet, the World Wide Web. So there could be some kind of opportunity here in regards to work online, perhaps, or you may have to relocate or travel for work. There's movement here with these cards and a new opportunity here as well. You know, the world is very big, so it could be that the world opens up, the world is at your fingertips. So different meanings there, different storylines for different people. It can be all those things as well. You know, don't miss an opportunity because doors closed to you in the past, that you give up on something before it's even started, because it could turn out to be a very, very abundant opportunity for you. So subconsciously, that's something that you've been working through. What is a conscious strength here for Scorpio, please? Which way, please? Okay, interesting. And just to check with this one, which way, please? Which way, please? Yeah, that's just determined to go that way. So this way, yeah, 10 of air. So the 10 of air, this can be really feeling stabbed in the back. It's something that ends, it's something that closes. Something, I'm just thinking back to that Keane song as well. Is it any wonder I feel uptight? Is it any wonder I don't know what's right? He feels quite betrayed in that song. So you could have this feeling of feeling quite betrayed. Feeling like something ended. There was kind of maybe hard feelings about it. Maybe you didn't quite understand what happened. Again, there's this feeling of you mentally moving on. With it being in the reverse, it can say that there's something that didn't close out that should have closed out. So there was something that was meant to end that didn't end. It may also signify, what I'm getting intuitively through the imagery is almost like, because this person's upside down and these feathers are kind of falling down, I'm almost seeing this as being very similar to the Hangman card in the tarot, which talks about seeing things from a different perspective, putting yourself in another person's shoes, understanding why, not having a fixed viewpoint, but being able to turn things on its head and look at it from all different angles. So it could be that you've been analysing a situation that ended, a door that was closed, and you're understanding it better now. I feel like that's kind of past energy. This is showing as an obstacle. The 5 of water, yeah. It's an obstacle for you, but it's also a strength. You're learning currently how to let go of things that didn't work out. There is some kind of something emotional for you that's sorry about that car there or whatever that is. There's something here for you that you're all emotionally tied up in something from the past, something that didn't work out, something that was painful. You may have felt like you lost out here. This kind of seahorse is pulling a trick where they're pulling the ribbon out and the pearls are flowing free. So with the feathers falling down, with the pearls flowing freely, I feel like it's telling you need to let go of this, like water off a duck's back. I'm hearing like release it, just release it to the universe. The universe will guide you where you're meant to go. Don't worry about what's been lost. Look at it from a different angle. See it as the universe removing things for you that weren't right for you because they're trying to take you somewhere better, right? So there's an emotional and mental release here regarding something from the past. You did some soul searching about it. So this is a strength, your ability to work through those emotions, really, really properly process them, bring them to the surface, explore them, and then release. Okay, release. You don't have to forgive, but you can. You don't have to forget. We learn the lessons by remembering the lessons, but you can not hold on to any resentful feelings. Is the way that's coming through. You don't need to necessarily get vengeance. Vengeance is a key thing of Scorpionic energy. It's like Scorpio never forgets. They always remember, and they bide the time until they can do the payback. Let go of the need for payback. Let go of the need for answers. Let go of the need for retaliation. Because you're just holding, if you're doing that, you're holding on to negative energy. And the negative energy keeps you stuck. Okay, you're creating bad karma for yourself. Being able to let go and to move forward in a healthier way, to refocus on the things that are good in your life is good karma. It brings more goodness to you. What we think about, we bring about. So think about the good. 4 of Earth there. Yeah, there is some sort of blockage. Or there has been some sort of blockage. Just to kind of show you the difference here as well, this person is clinging to something. This can talk about like holding on, especially like money, holding on to money, holding on to things. Yeah, you have to let go, you have to release, because look at the imagery of this card. It's like here she's holding on, but here she releases, and then this is your energy. So you need to release, and then we're back to this kind of blue energy, very like the Queen of Swords. She cuts things out that don't serve her, and she's very cognitively aware, so very intelligent. So yeah, there's some kind of higher knowledge that you're coming through us here. It's funny, this is Libran energy, but it's very Scorpio-like for me today. I think the colours make me think of the High Priestess card. The High Priestess has a lot of knowledge. That White Owls is talking about knowledge for me. So there's definitely something coming through with like your you are a very, very analytical, very, very clever sign with that Plutonic energy in your chart. So I think you've analysed something here with this card. Oh, can I get a breath? Right, I'm going to stop and restart, and then we're going to start pulling from the Mermaid deck. My video cuts out 40 minutes if I don't do this, so I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, I'm going to pull all 4 cards and then we'll analyse. So what's going on between the Hermit and the Ten of Air, please? Hermit and the Ten of Air, outside of Scorpio. Knight of Pentacles. So someone's been coming in, but they've been coming in very slowly. This is somebody who's like slow and steady wins the race. I'm going to keep pulling cards. It may be that you were kind of a bit demanding, a bit impatient. You were like, come on. You may have been dealing with a Virgo. This is both Virgo energy for me. You may have been like, hurry up, come on, I want to get going on this. And because they were too slow, you kind of thought that they weren't interested perhaps. But actually, maybe you've reassessed and you've realised, oh, actually, I misunderstood the situation. For some of you, what's going on between the Hermit and the Ace of Earth and the World? Hermit, Ace of Earth and World. The Lover's card, there you go, look. But it's talking to me about self-love, seeing both sides of yourself, seeing the practical side and the emotional side and bringing them together. For others of you though, because this is an energy outside of yourself, it's not your energy, this is somebody else. Somebody else could be looking at you and seeing you as, what I'm getting is almost seeing beyond that kind of, for those of you who are quite work-orientated, who are quite controlling, in control of your emotions, very practical, very nurturing, it's almost like, you know, somebody can see the emotional world. Yeah, like the emotional world within you, behind the surface, the way you present. Yeah, you could be dealing with someone who's like a bit of a soulmate here. And I think they are trying to come in, trying to offer something to you, the Knight of Pentacles brings the Ace of Pentacles. So I think intuitively you can sense that there's somebody outside of you who's been quite slow moving, been quite patient, who wants to come towards you, who wants to make you some sort of offer. But it could be literally they come from a different world to you, so a different country, a different background. Maybe you're trying to figure out, or this person's trying to figure out, how do I get into Scorpio's world? But they do. Look, this is in your future. So what's going on subconscious? No, what's going on? I don't like this Five of Water. What's going on with between the Five of Water and love, please? Five of Water and love. So this is an energy outside of Scorpio. Five of Water and love. Okay, a bit of secretive energy here. So first of all, we've got the Judgment card. Yeah, there's going to be a rebirth of a situation. Now, for those of you who are like, oh, I don't want my ex back, we're not talking about, you don't have to get back with anyone you don't want to get back with for a start, right? It's just tarot. It's just making us think about our situation. It's not telling you what to do. For those of you who do feel like there was a missed opportunity, again, perhaps this person moved too slowly. You thought they weren't interested, but they were just, you didn't understand that they perhaps... Scorpio tends to be very passionate. Scorpio's like, you know, I love you, I want you, I'm going to have you right now. You know, you may be dealing with perhaps a Virgo, or maybe somebody with like, you know, an earth sign as their Mars. So they're a lot slower to move. They like to kind of have an idea of how things are going to work out. They like to make a plan before they take action. So that just might be what that is. You may have just thought they weren't interested because they didn't have that drive like you have, but it's just that they do have the drive. They just channel it in a steadier way. So I do feel like for some of you, there's kind of perhaps something that you thought had ended that hadn't ended. This is something, again, so those of you who don't want somebody back from your past, this isn't that. This is a situation where you're sad that you lost something. You feel like there was a missed opportunity. So it hasn't really ended here, and this is like the rebirth. This person knows that there's like, it feels very much like divine calling. The Lover's card talks about being divinely guided. Normally there's like somebody blowing a horn up here, like this person's normally up here on the normal depiction of the Lover's card. So it does feel like there's some kind of divinely guided connection here, and you're going to have a second chance with it. And this is something that you want as well, by the way, I think. So if there's somebody from your past and you're like, I don't want them back in my life, it's not them, right? That's not what this is. Secretively, this person really wants to make you a love offer here with the Knight of Cups. This is, you know, they've thought about it, they've planned, and now they want to come in and express how they feel. And the Ten of Cups, they think you're their happily ever after. They could see you two building a brilliant community together. They could see a lot of happiness, a lot of abundance here with you. They want to be with you. You make them happy. That's what they want to tell you. So don't ask me who this person is. You know, it may not even be who you think it is. You may be like surprised you didn't know this person had feelings for you. Tell me, so subconsciously down here, the Ace of Earth, the World, and Luck. Whoa, yeah, this person is, this person has the hots for you, Scorpio. Knight of Swords, you've got 3 knights here, the slowest moving knight, and then this is somebody who wants to move fast, but they get a little bit blocked, and then this person is fast. They communicate, the sword is up, they're taking action, they're communicating. Eight of Pentacles, they are working hard on something. It may be involving work. Again, this may be not romance. It may be somebody that you get along very well with, and there's some kind of job offer or proposal coming through here. It's like we're gonna build something together. This isn't one person working on their own. This is a team of people working on something, making something better. The Hierophant card here it can talk about marriage. I don't want to get anyone too excited. It may be that this is something that could go the distance. It can also talk about the powers that be, so the government, church, workplace, right? The work company that you work for. I feel like somebody's been working hard on learning something. Here we have the Queen of Wands. So here comes the passion, here comes the fire, here comes the creativity, the oomph in this person. It's like all of a sudden you go like, I did not realize this person was so passionate, but they were just slow to get started, right? They want to be sure before they make the move. And then Strength card, yeah, but when they come in with a lot of strength, a lot of passion, a lot of creativity, a lot of fire in their belly. Again, the Strength card is Leo. It's funny again with this connection with Libra. I feel like some of you are Libra, Scorpio cusp, or dealing with the Libra. In Libra is not the reading that I've just done, but the reading 2 weeks ago for Libra. Somebody was exploring Libra's ocean, emotional ocean, and there was this big whale under the ocean. And it's kind of like they're harnessing that whale, they're harnessing that shadow side. And here comes the Tower moment. So it's like, the Tower is not necessarily bad. It can be a shock. It can be a big surprise. It can be, oh, I've just got a ringing in both my ears. Like the pressure changed. It's funny to me. I've seen almost like do you know what I'm seeing? And I don't know if it makes any sense to you. I'm seeing it as this tower that's been built, like the foundations are like deep rooted emotions, like deep down, buried there under the sea. They've been there for thousands of years. And this tower has been built and built and built and built. There's like some kind of prosperity, but it's based on something that's been harnessed below. So it's the source of power. You know, what this structure has been built upon is this big, great, ancient, wise, beautiful whale, but it's been trapped, it's been harnessed, it's been controlled. Now this is actually talking to me. You may be dealing with somebody who's quite religious here, who's quite traditional, who's been raised with a certain you know, they've had a lot of power structure here around them, a lot of rules, a lot of regulation, a lot of like, this is the way you should build your life. There's a lot of power here, and I'm talking the power of the establishment. I have to stop and restart because my video is going to cut out. 1 second. I've got 1 minute left. So it's like, but it's all been based upon, this is the source of power. This is the underlying source of power here. I feel like somebody's, this talks about a shadow side, right? The part of ourselves that we keep tamed. So I'm seeing it as almost like this, the whale is representing this Queen of Wands. It's the sexy side of us. It's the powerful side of us. It's the creative, intuitive side of us. The side of us that's actually very, very sexy, but it's been kept restrained. It's been kept trapped by these social structures that tell us it's not okay to act like that. This is somebody unleashing their power. It's been harnessed, but they're unleashing it. They're coming out absolutely empowered by their own shadow side. All those things that they thought were wrong, that they're now discovering aren't wrong at all, and they're empowered by it, right? This is positive, okay? It's not like the devil's rising within you. It's like you beat the devil and you are using the devil's power to empower yourself, okay? It's like you've looked the devil in the eye and you're no longer the devil handed over the reins. Definitely could go and watch that old Libra reading. It's from 2 weeks ago. So unleashing the power, it's done. But now that tower cannot stand on that structure anymore. The structure can't stand because this you know, what it was built upon is gone. So the tower falls. Somebody's free, somebody's liberated from some kind of oppressive force within their life. I'm going to get you a card. I'm not going to have time to read it. I'm going to get you a few songs off camera as well, which I'll put in your reading. But quickly, before I run out of time, a card please for Scorpio to close out the reading. What does Scorpio need to know? Please, what does Scorpio need to know? Here we go. I've got 18 seconds. Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. Bring a gentle touch. Watch your words. Love is all around. Reclaim your power. And truth transcends illusion. Truth transcends illusion. Reclaim your power. That tower's going to fall and you're going to be free. Whatever that is for you.